American, it's Kowieski.
Kowieski. Okay.
Polish, it's Kowieski.
Are you Polish?
Yes.
Okay.
Kowieski.
But I'm more English than Polish because my mom was born in England.
I love it.
My grandparents are.
So now everybody is so confused and you're never going to know what to call them now.
Yeah, no. But I like to use my my Polishness as my handicap when something goes wrong.
We're rolling.
Notice he's assuming the position of silence because he knows better.
That's right.
Usually I'm the one asking questions.
Yeah. Let's
He
start
goes from
off with
cop
that.
to counselor.
It's kind of a natural progression. Yeah, it's just sliding over like that.
Welcome, Doug. Okay, I've been told that this is your nickname. Dr. Deputy Doug.
That's one of many, yes.
That's a safe one for the
That's
podcast.
the safe one.
We're glad you're here, man. Welcome to Beyond the Cove podcast.
Thank you.
Glad you're here. Pastor Heath, you're back too. We had a special podcast last week.
Y'all did such a good job.
That was really
love
good.
Aubrey's heart and
I do
just
too.
his willingness to not lose the opportunity
Right.
to leverage his testimony to
100%.
encourage people and to point them to Jesus. I'm really, really proud of him.
Yeah,
it's
it was really good. Well, this is episode 21.
Wow.
I told Aubrey.
I almost said we're legal, but we probably shouldn't say that.
That get taken out of context.
21, man. So we're going to keep on rolling. Again, my name is Worship Pastor Luke. This is Dr. Deputy Doug. Pastor Heath, Woolman, tell us your real title. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Doug.
So Douglas, if I'm in trouble. But yeah, I run our Cove Care and Counseling Ministry.
Yeah, man.
Have done that for 6 years. Had the opportunity to do that while I was still working full-time in law enforcement.
Yeah.
And I was able to retire 2 years ago and then just transition into that role where
That's awesome.
I wasn't kind of serving two masters. It was
Sure.
kind of really hard full-time and then on top of that.
Yeah.
So.
Talk to us about your doctorate. What is that, and what did you get that in?
I got mine in pastoral counseling. So
Yeah.
kind of going back years when I finished seminary and got my master's in pastoral counseling. And what I led to, that was my call to ministry where I went through some hard times in my life of, I would say, being distant from God, but how it really affected my marriage. Law enforcement really it really drained me in a lot of ways.
Sure.
So, but I felt that was a calling that he was calling me to do something in ministry. So I pursued that. The doctorate part comes because I'm an Enneagram 5.
Okay.
And I love to learn. Like, if you ask me like favorite stuff, like I'll watch documentaries all day.
I love it.
So like if I get the flu or something, I get a free pass to watch documentaries and Melissa can't say anything about it.
That is awesome.
So that's where that comes from is just I've always pursued and jokingly I told Melissa, I said, I think I'll get another doctorate. And she's like, no, you won't.
Yeah, Casey's threatened my life about that too.
Yeah, I said, I'm a career student. And she goes, no, you're not.
Oh, man.
But
One of my favorite things when I first got here, like you're in the throes of it when I got here and working towards completion of that. And there are those moments, like I could see it in your eyes because I felt that, like just the glazed over. You'd probably been up all night writing something for a final, or and then at the end, I asked you that. I don't know, you probably don't remember, but I asked you, have you had the phantom paper syndrome yet?
Ooh.
Just that idea of waking up in the middle of the night with this panic of something's due.
Yeah,
And then you come to the realization, oh wait, I'm done.
That was the
I've got
worst
it.
feeling.
They call me doctor. I don't have to write anything anymore.
I felt like for so long, I felt something was wrong because I wasn't writing a paper or I didn't have a due date with something and I felt I should be doing something, but I really don't want to do something. I did it for, and it was actually a transition. And believe it or not, it is a real thing.
It's a detox.
It is a detox.
Academic detox
And
after you finish something like that.
I'm through it now. I've gone through my 12-step program with that. So
everybody can go to CR for something. Just had to have a recovery from
I had to have a
academics.
recovery for that. But I mean, I enjoyed it because I did. I loved to learn, but I was so done with it after really when I got my bachelor's was 2008. So 2023, you're talking about 15 years of really in school and kind of on and off. And I was like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah.
It's intense.
Yeah.
Let's go to these rapid fire questions about Dr. Deputy Doug. That is great. I'm going to use that from here on out.
I'm sorry.
That is so
No, Melissa's going to love it.
That is so good.
She's going to love it.
All right, before we start, let's make sure we can pronounce your last name correctly. Tell us how to pronounce your last name correctly.
I'll give you the two ways.
Okay.
Because even as a young kid, I didn't know the original way. But
yeah,
American, it's Kowieski.
Kowieski. Okay.
Polish, it's Kowieski.
Are you Polish?
Yes.
Okay.
Kowieski.
But I'm more English than Polish because my mom was born in England.
I love it.
My grandparents are.
So now everybody is so confused and you're never going to know what to call them now.
Yeah, no. But I like to use my my Polishness as my handicap when something goes wrong.
That is a perfect intro. That's what we're going to use. That's awesome. All right, here's some rapid fire. Coffee or energy drink?
Energy drink. I can't stand coffee. And there's a couple of reasons why.
What kind of energy drink?
One demerit already.
Why is that?
Say that. What's the question?
Why do you like energy drinks so much?
So there's certain energy drinks.
Yeah.
Now, if you would say coffee or Coca-Cola, it'd be Coca-Cola. But
okay.
I have to cut down on sugar. So,
yeah, sure.
So I'll drink like Bloom. Like I don't do Monsters or Red Bulls or stuff like that. I've got stories for coffee. Why? And it's not because of Heath.
We'll get to that eventually.
Yeah, exactly. Patrol car or pickup truck?
Patrol car. They're fun to drive.
There you go. Donuts. Are they overrated or approximately rated?
They're overrated.
Appropriately related. There we go. Best police movie of all time.
Ooh, well, Dirty Harry.
Okay. Okay. Favorite fast food stop during a long shift when you were a police officer?
Well, let's say
I'm seeing a theme happening here.
Yeah.
So for one, in the middle of the night, there's nothing open, and Taco Bell is just a colon cleanse stop. So,
yes.
So
Taco Bell.
That's like, and like eating the food from 7-Eleven or the convenience stores is no better. So it's usually got a pack. But so I would like broaden it. Like if you ask me my favorite fast food restaurant, it would be Arby's.
Okay. I like it. Arby's is underrated. Where is an Arby's around here?
You know we're close. There's one in St. Augustine and one up at the Avenue Mall.
When I was working with the sheriff's office, we had a couple of restaurants that they would like give you like 50% off if you were in uniform.
Yeah.
But they always knew if you were on shift, like everything came in to-goes. And if you weren't there by the time your food was there, it would go to a warmer because they knew eventually you would come back.
Yeah.
And so there was no fast food, but like Chili's was one of those.
Chili's. Well, even like
Denny's was another one. Now they were open 24 hours, so we could do
They were
Denny's.
open 20, but you don't want to come back to cold food. I mean, and that was quite frequently is like, all right, I got to go Cracker Barrel. We got to go. Can you just stop the order or we'll come back? So yeah, that was frequent.
All right, you ready? Sweet tea or unsweet tea?
Neither. I'm from the north. I don't do tea. I know.
Oh, man. Okay.
There's that handy
Shots
Polish
fired.
handicap.
Lemonade.
Okay, this is a hard one. You ready? Chick-fil-A or Publix chicken tender sub?
You guys should like give me some other questions because I'm not a big chicken person, but Chick-fil-A.
Okay. Chick-fil-A is good.
Steak or chicken steak. So.
All right, I got a couple more here. What was your dream job as a kid? What did you want to be when you grew up?
So Melissa will love this one.
Yeah.
So I wanted to be Steve Austin, the astronaut, $6 Million Man.
Oh,
nice.
That's
That
cool.
was that was my kid thing, and then there was Evil Knievel. So.
What's the best advice you've ever received? Could be either in ministry and counseling, law enforcement, whatever you think.
That's like I haven't really categorized that in a long time, so I'm trying to think. I think it wasn't advice as more as work ethic, like don't give up.
Yeah.
Be persistent.
Yeah.
Persevere through a lot of hard stuff.
That's good.
And have hope.
That's awesome. I want to jump into the Cove and talk about what the Cove is for people that may not know. You're wearing the shirt. I love it.
The shirt.
And it's teal. We're in the teal room, so it fits appropriately. Talk to us about the Cove, what you guys do, and how somebody could get involved.
Yeah, the Cove, just in its essence, is a place where we offer care, counseling, and support.
Yeah.
And that has kind of different portions of it. So the lay counseling is, we have lay counselors who are trained to provide Christ-centered counseling, biblical counseling for a bunch of different life issues. Our counselors are not trained for clinical issues, which we do have a referral network, so we do have that.
Sure.
And within our lay counseling is, because it is part of the church, is a part of our missional outreach, it's free. So we don't charge.
Sure.
And that's been a big thing, because mental health resources, especially since COVID, it's really hard to get an appointment, and because some of it people can't afford.
Yeah.
And we're not there to try and keep people in perpetual therapy
Sure.
or counseling. So what we want to do is get them back to a state of functionality, not perfection, but where they can use the tools, the coping mechanisms, healthy ones that we share with them, so that they can deal with life struggles, whatever it may be. Kind of a bridging over of that is our support or recovery groups, which it ranges from grief share to celebrate recovery.
Yeah.
So what we try to do is provide support recovery groups that address different areas or struggles that people go through. And then on top of that, so it's more of a holistic approach too. It's not just counseling, but they need to be in community with others. Because that's one of the things, especially, I would say, people want to know that they're not alone.
Right.
Yep.
And if they know that they're not alone, and not only that, but knowing what it means to be loved by Jesus, and really the example of Jesus meeting people at their needs and loving them with compassion no matter what was going on, and being able to provide that care, that is what the mission of the Cove is, whether it's the counseling, the support of recovery groups. And when people feel that, then what they're doing is seeing Christ work through us.
Yeah. I want to talk about yesterday, Sunday, where really this whole month has been mental health awareness.
Yes.
And really yesterday was kind of the last Sunday that we kind of recognized that. And Pastor Heath, I kind of want you to kind of weigh in on this, and you even quoted him. And
That's what I was trying to pull up that quote.
Yeah.
Compassion is not a spiritual gift for everyone, but it's a calling for all the church.
There you go.
That it helps when you get the guy that you quoted in the room. But no, I mean, that's exactly it. You know, the idea in Hebrews, where we're talking about this spiritual adversary that we have, and he says to resist him, firm in the faith, knowing that there are other people that are enduring the same kind of sufferings from all around the world, right? There's the counseling aspect, but then the support piece, that gives you the exposure to other people who are walking through the same types of situations that you're in. And the support ministries are very focused, whether it's divorce care or grief because you've lost a loved one, or celebrate recovery, and you're navigating a variety of different hurts, habits, and hangups is the line. And sometimes we think it's just like a 12-step for people with an addiction, but it could just be people who are battling anxiety or navigating just the hurts of relationships and things in their life. I think Brad Bryan did a good job with his video.
He has an awesome testimony, and what Celebrate Recovery will say, only 1 in 3 people come in with an addiction issue. So that means 2/3 of the people that come in is a life issue. It could be codependency, anxiety, depression. It's being in community. And I know mental illness is one of the more overlooked things because it tends to be a taboo thing.
Yeah.
We'll look at somebody's physical injury and be like, feel sorry for them, or like, oh man, that's bad. But when it's mental health, it's like you're crazy. There's this kind of like idea of leprosy, like mental health leprosy
attached to it.
Especially within some churches, which the idea of like years ago when this was really started was to change that mindset, that stigma. Like Jesus didn't treat people like that, you know, and we're all dealing with something. You either have dealt with something, you are dealing with something, or you will deal with something because that is life. It's how in Hebrews and Galatians, I mean, really throughout the New Testament and even in the Old Testament, we see examples of God's word showing us that mental health is something that we're dealing with as part of the broken world.
Yeah.
And really the way that we survive it, I mean, that's the Sunday, right? It's we not just endure suffering, but we embrace it.
Right.
We effectively survive this world by locking arms with one another and locking our eyes on Jesus. And so that I love the fact that what we were talking about yesterday, kind of building up to with Mental Health Awareness Month, it really fits so well with the final passage of First Peter.
Yeah, and we didn't plan that either.
The alignment was so great because the reality is we go through it and we need care. But as a church, we're not just called to receive it. We're called to be people who care. And so the Called to Care initiative to invite our people into the space where they have the ability to be an extension of the grace and the love of Jesus. Yes. Not the professional counselor, but if somebody wants to begin walking the counseling process, I mean, Doug and the team will start walking the process of training and certifying. Most of our primary counselors are board certified biblical counselors. Yes. And so that's available to people who have a heart for that. But then also just the idea of, we're using the phrase care coaches, right?
Care coaches.
This idea that not everybody who shows up wanting counseling actually needs an intensive counselor. They need somebody to listen.
Yep.
They need somebody to be present in their life, to be able to provide guidance, not just as a counselor, but just as a fellow believer. So the Called to Care initiative, it's opening up the door for more people to care, other than just saying, hey, come and let us train you to be a counselor. That's there. And we, to be honest, we need more counselors.
Sure.
Still 70% plus of people that we serve in the Cove are not from our church. Correct. It's community. And we were running a radio piece at one point and getting a lot of response from that. And so we need more counselors, people that will commit time to train and be prepared, or if they are biblical counselors and want to be a part of that. I mean, we've got a vetting process, obviously, but it would be really good to have that. We also need people who will be the front line.
Yeah.
And then not just the support groups, which the support groups are really helpful. Yes. Like having people that have walked through these issues that can come alongside and care and love people. But we just need people who are willing to be the ear. Yes. To sit. You know, people say, well, I don't know what part of the body I am. Well, some of us are called to simply be the ear and to listen and to extend just the grace of presence. Doug and I share something in common, and it's the chaplaincy world. I was a law enforcement, fire, and trauma emergency chaplain in a hospital, kind of three different experiences, three different roles. He did chaplaincy for a long time as part of his role in the sheriff's office. Yes. And more than anything, the role of the chaplain is just a ministry of presence.
Yes.
And that's really what we're inviting people to be a part of, is to join us in this ministry of presence for people who need care. And it could be triage in recognizing, hey, this person probably does need to meet with a counselor. It could be, hey, you're not in a connect group. Let me find a way to plug you in, and just helping people go through the natural rhythms of church life. And so there's so many ways that we can express and be faithful in the calling that we all have to care. Right. The initiative is great. We launched that. Talk about that for a minute. Like, say somebody's watching or listening and say, man, I really do want to be a part. I don't know how much or how little I can do. It kind of, and maybe even intimidated by counseling.
Sure.
But I want to love on people well. Like what have we been talking about in getting people into a next step?
So the next step would be, we're going to have an information meeting on June 9th. Starts at 6 p.m. And that will be an opportunity for learning more about what the care coaches are. We can give you the very simplistic what a care coach is going to do, which is that first presence, that listening, like what Heath said, which is important because they feel valued. Mm-hmm. They feel like somebody cares about them, and not just that person, but really as a member somebody serving at the Cove, that the church cares.
Sure.
You know, and I'll say sometimes, you know, what really inspired me to want to get involved in this too is I saw instances where churches were really good with bringing people in, but then we were really good at shooting our wounded, and that drove people away. So when people see, like, okay, I get here, they still want to be engaged with me, and if I share something's going wrong in my life, let me see what they do. Well, okay, that's authentic Christianity. Yeah. And I've seen that before, where a church, well, your life's a mess, then we're a perfect church. Yeah. And so coming to the information meeting is one way.
Okay.
We also can send an email either to me, it's at doug@fruitcove.com, or thecove@fruitcove.com, just for an interest. But the information is the best way, because it's going to talk about the care coaches. And again, somebody may think, well, I'm not that smart, or I don't have the gifts. And again, like we said, compassion is not a gift for a few, that we're all, because we first been loved, we can share and express compassion.
Preach that. Yeah.
And that's all we need is for somebody to step as a care coach is like, I'm so sorry you're going through this. I mean, as an example, you're not trying to fix somebody in that instance. You just want to listen. And I like the story of Job, where his 3 friends show up. They did it right from the beginning. They sat with him and mourned with him, and they said nothing. It's that ministry of presence.
Mm-hmm. It's when they started talking that we had a problem.
Because it was when they started talking, and part of that is because they had good intentions, but they didn't know how to approach what Job was going through. Yeah. They thought they were helping him, and that is what part of the training, if somebody's really, it's not hard training, it's just learning active listening skills. It's listening. And one of the things in active listening is sometimes being quiet, because the most awkward thing is silence. And sometimes we feel like we have to say something when somebody is there hurting with them. And that was what I learned even being as a chaplain. I mean, my initiation was, you need to go do a death notification. And it was easier to do as a police officer with a uniform than it is to do as a chaplain.
100%.
You can just drop that note as kind of a police officer and like, sorry, what happened, and then walk off.
No offense to the Florida Highway Patrol, but they're masterful at that. And I was usually the county level chaplain that had to like sit there and hold the pieces together.
You had to go there and do damage control. Yeah. But it's not something that even in law enforcement that they teach you. And law enforcement officers tend not to show emotions, but as chaplain, you're representative of God, but you're also representative of the agency. And to just be in that presence, and probably one of the most meaningful for me was that when I had to deliver that death note, it was a suicide. It was for a Jewish family. And even though they knew I was Christian, they appreciated everything I did by being present for them in that until their rabbi got there.
Wow.
Yeah. I did a death notification one night for a Muslim family. And we're in their home, and the dad of this traditional Muslim family knew who, I was sheriff's chaplain right across the front of my, tactical vest, and he knew why we were there. And he asked, like, would you pray for my family?
Yeah.
Like, wow. I'm in a Muslim home.
Wow.
And I was invited to pray for his family because we were in the middle of somebody who was really hurting, and the presence matters.
It does. That's the first step. So just teaching that. I mean, the training is, I will say, very rudimentary. It's not physics. It's not calculus.
Praise God for that.
I'm terrible at math.
Because that is not my thing.
Yeah, me either.
So I encourage people, if anything, it's just learning the skills as a Christian of how, and the great thing is this is not something just for in the church. It's for in your workplace. Mm-hmm. It's for in your neighborhood, for your friends. And people start taking notice like when you care like that. Yep. And they see Jesus ultimately.
Yeah, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. We want to be a church, and we've said it in circles and hasn't really gone much further than that. But just we really do want to be a church for the least of these. Mm-hmm. I mean, we see that call in the scriptures, and we see that expressed in so many ways at our church with our Fostering Hope ministry and our ministry to people with disabilities, seen and unseen, and even this, right? That's one of the reasons why we intentionally put the Cove in our missional outreach arm, because we don't want it to just be seen as, hey, it's this internal thing where we take care of our own people.
Right.
There is that. Our members have full access to the resources of the Cove. But we also want the community to know, like, we want to be an outpost of grace for you. We want the world to see the hope of Jesus through the work here. And it's not just Sunday school and church and Bible studies on Wednesdays, but it's very tangibly the resources of what happens at the Cove. Wow.
Ministry of presence. I've never heard that.
Yeah, ministry of presence. And care coach, called to care, all of this, it's also, I mean, really theologically, it's a way to disciple somebody through their pain, their suffering.
Yeah, that's right.
Because they may be like, why is God doing this to me? So that's what I like. So there's the spiritual component that is the foundation of it. And we can put in counseling, we can put in psychology, and all kinds of other stuff like that. But at the root of it, it is the gospel.
Yep.
It is the gospel.
Yep. And in those moments of vulnerability, you usually find people more receptive than they would have been any other time in their life.
Yeah.
Well, I think back to just times when I have had to go to the house of somebody where somebody was hurting or physically hurt or dying, not even knowing what to say, but just being there meant a huge thing for the family.
Yep.
And I always felt like, too, even growing up, I always felt like people would just come talk to me, and I would just sit there and listen. They're like, man, thanks for letting me talk to you. And I'm like, I didn't say a word.
I didn't do anything, but it's that ministry of presence.
Right. That's really cool.
That's exactly what that is.
That's really, really cool. Okay, so Pastor Jonathan just got back from San Diego, and I think you're getting ready to go. Probably when this airs, you'll be going.
Tomorrow we'll probably be mid-flight.
Yeah. I've heard there is a joke or a hot seat, literal hot seat maybe, about you and Pastor Heath.
I want to hear Doug tell this story, but
I don't know this story.
I know we wouldn't tell Luke in advance because we want to see his actual reaction. We Doug and I have been to San Diego twice together, and so last year, Doug and Melissa, Pastor Jonathan and I went to meet the church planters to kind of get a feel for the work there, and I was on the team that Doug led last year. It was actually a first family mission trip for my family, and so the girls went on their first official mission trip last year to San Diego.
Nice.
And we built it kind of as a family mission trip, which was really cool because you don't really know how your kids are going to respond. And the last thing I want to do is put my littles in a plane to a foreign country, and then we have this meltdown. And I just it's not the same. It was a great entry level ministry opportunity, and they did everything from passing out flyers for a block party in a city park to
face painting
to wielding a pickaxe and helping us install a fence for the church. It was. I tell you what, the ground in San Diego, California is not Florida. Like you are chopping stone to get a fence in the ground there.
Yeah, I can't remember how many rocks we pulled out of. I mean, it was
crazy.
Yeah,
but it was a good trip, and it was great for my family. But we were there before, I don't know, April of last year. Brand new rental minivan. And if you ever wonder why you see like brand new rental cars that get put on the market to be sold, I think it's because of what happened in the rental car that we had. And so, do you want to share the story? It might be a little traumatic for you. This could be a counseling session if we need to.
I feel like we're in court because I'm going to give my side and you're going to give your side.
This is a deposition.
I will let you know who's in trouble at the end.
Yeah, because we don't want to talk about the railroad tracks.
That was the tactical driving. Some things that happen in San Diego need to stay in San Diego.
So we were on our way to La Mesa Church to meet with our church partners there. This was the first thing in the morning. Nobody else wanted to drive. And so I got chosen by default. And which driving in San Diego is not fun. And if you haven't been in San Diego, it's not very much different than San Francisco with the hills and stuff and the bumps, and the roads really aren't that good. So
but it's a beautiful city. We're not hating on San Diego.
No, we're not hating on San Diego. It's just, it's different to drive there. It's not dry. You're not flat. Let's just say it is just not all flat. And so we're on our way. And the light turns red. Like it's green and it just goes to red. It's like a short cycled light. And so I hit the brakes. And the next thing I know is I get coffee all over the back of my head.
Oh.
There's coffee all over the front windshield, into every air vent, and then all over my wife, Melissa.
Oh, my goodness.
And she had on white pants.
Oh, no.
And so it was just like, what just happened? And
it's like coffee exploded back there.
Yeah, it did. I mean, and he did. In all honesty, he did have a lid on it, but
which we found under the accelerator,
which was under. So just so you know, it's like in a minivan, the passenger is a good distance behind the driver, right? When I hit stop, Heath was like in the center console with us. And
so I may or may not have been wearing my seatbelt like I was supposed to.
And you may or may not have been taking a picture of something with one hand and the coffee in the other hand. And so there was nothing to stop him. Like,
oh my
this
goodness.
is where Newton's third law of
things in motion, things stay
in motion. So until you're stopped. And so when he hit the back of my seat, he stopped, and so
the coffee did not.
And Jonathan was fine. He was the only one out of that whole scenario that walked away without coffee or anything on him.
However,
and laughing.
That there was this moment. It felt way longer than it was.
Sure,
it was just silent. I have this because I was actively taking a photo. And so I have the photo of the right after, and Melissa, like, there's no response out of her. She's just this
disbelief.
This look of disbelief.
Like, what was that?
Coffee is dripping from her hair.
Oh, my word.
It's all over her white capri pants. It was literally, it looked like my photo, it looks like it's raining outside on the windshield, but it is coffee dripping down the front of the windshield. I had the coffee in my left hand, and so when we hit, it compressed the cup and shot the lid over Doug. We literally found it under the gas pedal of the car. Coffee everywhere.
Okay.
And we're in San Diego, and there's no place to like stop and go to the bathroom. And so we stop at this gas station with no public restrooms, but there's the little wash basin. And the three of us are like washing ourselves in this little wash basin of this sketchy gas station on the way to...
It didn't have any like Bounty paper towels. So we're like getting those hard hand towels.
Yeah.
We're just like stripping them out and stuff.
And it's not doing anything.
No. For the rest of the site visit, every time we turned on the minivan, dripples of coffee would come out of the
There's
air vents.
coffee coming out of the vents.
Did you have cream in it?
Probably. I don't know.
That makes it worse.
It was a great cup of coffee from the hotel. I mean,
that makes it way worse.
And it was...
He was not allowed to have
I
coffee.
was prohibited from having coffee in the car for the rest of the trip.
That's why you like energy drinks better.
Well, and I will say this. The fortunate thing was it was not hot. Like, it wasn't
That's
like
good.
We just got into the car. He just had the cup. It was more lukewarm, so it wasn't scalding, but
it would have been really bad if
we
it
all
was
stink like coffee. You know, that was like a new...
So what were y'all going to do after that?
We were meeting in one of the church.
We were supposed to, that was a first impression. We show up with coffee covered. We were meeting the pastor of the church for La Mesa Church. And so we're like, we're going to be a few minutes late here because
we had to take a pit stop.
Oh my word.
So that was the site visit. The mission trip was fantastic. We had a great time. And you got a good team going this year too.
Yeah. Kevin and Alex are going. Talk to them. So I didn't even know about, like last year, we always try to put in a family day because it is a family mission trip.
Yeah.
So last year we went to the San Diego Zoo, which was a good trip, but it was a little bit hotter out than usual. I mean, but it wasn't bad. But so this year we're going to do San Diego.
Very cool.
SeaWorld.
Wow.
So, very nice.
That'll be fun.
I'm kind of jealous about that.
Well,
SeaWorld.
let me just say, having served your country as a veteran does have some perks, what makes it a little bit less expensive to go.
There you go.
So that's why I'm taking an opportunity with that. If I would have known that last year, we probably would have done SeaWorld.
We would have all been footing the bill for Doug's SeaWorld Day.
We have some upcoming stuff. We have VBS. Let's talk about VBS. It's right around the corner.
This will be a first exposure for you.
Yes, it will.
VBS is, no joke, wild here. And just the response of the community. We find ourselves asking the question, what do we need to do moving forward? Because we found ourselves fully waitlisted in every class in less than a day this year. And that's like well over 1,000.
I don't even think it was a day. It's like within 30
Within hours.
It's like Fast Pass Lane at Disney. Like, it's just gone.
Yeah. And so we're really excited. And there's a lot of community people, a lot of kids that will be here. My favorite day is Thursday. That's gospel presentation day.
Yeah.
And so I didn't realize the scope of what that looks like. When I first got here, we really rushed to get here for VBS my first year. This will be my fourth VBS at Fruit Cove, which is wild. But cool. My first one in 23, I do the gospel presentation, and we had like 78 kids respond. And no joke, well over 50 of them actually legitimate decisions. And we have a whole team that are on standby in a room to do counseling with them, our pastors and staff. The Gideons come and give them all a Bible the day they make a decision. It's really cool.
It's a big deal.
And every year since then, we have seen 50 plus kids that make a decision even just in that moment. And so that's like the most
huge.
Life-giving thing for me. But to see and to be able to interact and to meet all of the families and to watch all the the teachers go crazy. It's why we do family worship and all of that, just because we know that there are a lot of people that go all in for VBS. So we shut down the campus and we give it over. And every place we can legitimately have a class, we have a class, because
I don't think there's any space.
We want to make room for as many kids as we can. And so it's a great week. It's a really, really good week.
I'm sorry, this is from Krista talking about VBS to the ministry leadership team. The extra fun part about VBS is when you are out buying a large, possibly concerning amount of vanilla wafers and goldfish and get to talk to the cashier about Jesus.
That's cool.
Just, why are you buying so much of this? Oh, we got VBS. That's cool. I'm excited for it. And I think today is your anniversary for working here.
Is it June 1st? Today
is June 1st.
3-year staff anniversary.
Congratulations. Seriously, that's a big deal. That's really, really cool. Anything else coming up? We've got Father's Day coming up. That's a big one.
Yeah. And then by the time this releases, it'll be maybe a day before the Bases Loaded event this weekend. Mm-hmm. That's a big deal. And so it's kind of they're using the doubleheader phrase because Friday night is the big night of worship. They've got a video game truck coming, I think.
They've gone all out.
This big putting green putting experience. The axe throwing trailers coming back.
It's great.
There'll be, all kinds of stuff. And so it's not just men, it's men and their sons and boys. Like, come. It's going to be a great time of worship, great speakers. We have a really special guest plan to speak on the Saturday men's breakfast. So the breakfast is the next morning. We can't say who it is because of the nature of their role. There's a chance that things shift, but just know it's a highly respected public figure in our area that will be there barring some kind of emergency that happens. Sure. And we're going to give acknowledgement to first responders. And so there's local fire, EMS, law enforcement have been invited to come, and it's going to be a special time. And so big night of worship event for men, great speaker, former Major League Baseball player who's a member of our church is going to be sharing his story. And then the next morning with the prayer breakfast and it's a very, very special guest for that one as well. And so it's going to be a great weekend for men.
For sure.
And then VBS around the corner, and then kids camp and student camp and summer games that's coming back. So kids can do summer games on campus again. That's a week-long camp that our Sports Life Ministry puts on.
Before you know it, it'll be fall.
Oh my goodness, Everybody at the church is like, okay, we can take a breath.
No.
It's summer.
There's more stuff that goes on in summer.
Except for the family team. The poor family team's like, well, y'all get to take a break. We don't get to see our families until September. But there's so much good ministry that happens. And so like this Sunday is when we begin to make the turn, and we'll start encouraging everybody who makes decision, whether at VBS or camp or mission experiences or these events, moving towards beach baptism. It's kind of a big exclamation point at the end of the summer for us. And so all of the things that happen over the summer, it kind of leads to this big culmination of beach baptism that happens like the third Sunday in August after kickoff. It's gonna be a great summer. A lot of great things coming up, and I'm really excited to start the new sermon series. In that as well on Father's Day. So I'm excited for all the things that are going to come.
A lot of cool things coming up. Doug, thank you for being on here, man.
Oh, you're welcome. I enjoyed it.
Appreciate all you do.
Because I wanted to set the story straight about the coffee in San Diego.
It was the real reason. It was really his driving. It had nothing to do with me not wearing a seatbelt.
Was the lid on tight?
It was a hotel cup of coffee.
Okay, so
it was not a reliable cup.
It could have, unless it was like what he currently has, which you.
Yeah, the screw on top. That's
I use the fortified versions now. I've learned my lesson.
Lid or no lid, it wouldn't have made a difference with how he hit the back of that seat. I mean, it was like punch.
Boys and girls, wear your seatbelts.
That's right. That's
Safety first.
That's right. Doug, anything else before we head out? Anything that you want to mention coming up, or any special things you want to say to anybody?
Well, I always give a shout out to my wife for supporting me through this. We always want to say, Jesus is my Lord and Savior, but my spouse is my strength and my weakness. So
strength and weakness.
Strength and weakness. Yeah. So
that's a whole nother podcast.
That's a whole nother marriage one. But she has been the one that's kind of like in my times where she's just kept me going. Yeah. And been my inspiration.
That's awesome.
And been my support.
Yeah.
And if you're a parent of small children and you know the Doug and Melissa toys, and then you realize that the Kowiskis are Doug and Melissa.
Oh my word! I did not think about that.
When I first got here, I was like, "Are you getting royalties for this?" Apparently, it's a different Doug and Melissa.
It's a different Doug and Melissa.
His tithing would be way different if that was the case. We would have the Beyond buildings built at that point.
Well, we would have funded the whole children's ministry with all kinds of stuff too. So
That's funny.
They are
think
Doug
about
and
that.
Melissa, just not the toy brand.
It's not the toy brand.
Wow. Okay. Thanks for being on here, man. Appreciate all you do for, anything from Celebrate Recovery to the Cove to just being present and listening to people. I love that. That was really good.
Yep.
All right. I'm going to tell you to ask everybody to tell you bye. So we're going to head out here.
Right.
So look into a camera and just say, hey, thanks for joining us.
All right. Thanks for joining us, and goodbye, everyone.
Good job.
Good job. That was great.
That was the best one yet.
Really?
Everybody else is like, I don't want to do it.
What do I do?
What do I say?
Yeah, I'm
good.
generally an introvert, so.
Good job, man.